So, this is Stephanie with Urban School Sewing Lounge. We made it to Uvalde, Texas, safe and sound today. So, I'm sitting here with Diana
Bonnet,
thank
That's
you.
okay.
With Diana Bonnet with Quilts of Grace.
Right.
And this behind us is the 251 quilts that we raised. It doesn't include, also, we raised 36 quilt tops that we weren't able to finish, quilt tops and backs. So, you got it from here.
Awesome. That is incredible.
And then 3 boxes of fabric and thread. The truck was loaded.
Yes, it was. Yes,
It was full to the brim. So I wanted to speak with Diana a little bit so we can get to know Quilts of Grace, who we've helped out today. And I also want to give a huge, huge, huge thank you. This would not have been possible without, of course, the Urban Schools team, but we also got tremendous help from the Quilt Guild of Dallas, the Dallas Modern Quilt Guild, the Garland Quilt Guild, and the Cedar Hill Quilt Guild. And my understanding is we had other quilt guilds that were kind of roped in as well to help. So to everyone across the Dallas area who helped us, from our customers to our local quilters and our guild members, and even, I mean, we even roped in customers like Beth Switek. I was like, oh, so you're gonna help me long arm? She was like, I said, yes, I will. So we had a lot of those scenarios as well. So from the deepest part of my heart, thank you. This was made possible by you guys, and I'm glad we're able to help Diana as she helps her community. So I wanted to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
So first, can you tell me how long has Quilts of Grace quilted for the Uvalde community?
We started in September of 2018 and delivered our first set of quilts to CASA. It's Bluebonnet. It's Tri-County. It's Bluebonnet Children's Advocacy Center.
Okay.
And we donated our first set of 40 quilts then. And since then, we've donated...
4 years. 4 years.
We've donated about 1,500 quilts to...
1,500.
CASA.
Wow. That is awesome. In CASA, we were talking earlier.
Right.
CASA is...
court-appointed special advocate.
Right. Children's, for helping specifically children in the Tri-County area.
Yes.
That's amazing. So that was the initial goal of this group, was to help children who were going into the system from some sort of trauma or abuse. And so what Quilts of Grace would do is donate a quilt that the child could kind of find comfort from, which is why they're called comfort quilts. Okay, awesome. So we all know what happened. And I know this has rocked you to the core. I know it's rocked the entire community to the core. How is Quilts of Grace adjusting now with the new, very deep needs of the community?
Quilts of Grace joined in with CASA to provide comfort quilts for the community, not just the immediate families, but and survivors, but also other children, teens, families that have been affected by this trauma. And our goal now is long-term, and to provide comfort long-term, because we know the healing process is going to take
it's going to take
a long time.
So CASA's working with the local counselors?
Yes. What they're doing is they're networking with a variety of counseling services that are now going to be here long-term.
Good.
We have a facility called the Fairplex, and the Uvalde County Fairplex, and they're housing several of them. And then there's other religious various denominations that have counseling services as well.
You mentioned the Catholic.
The Catholic services, and also Methodist, and through their Wesley nurse, they're doing counseling there. They have MHMR, the Hill Country Mental Health Division is helping, and then there's 3 or 4 more that are here, and their goal is to be here long term.
And so you're providing quilts to them as well,
for them
to give to whomever feels that they could find comfort from a quilt.
That's right.
That is fantastic, but that is definitely a much larger reach.
Yes, it is.
So, how have you found more volunteers with Quilts and Grace? Because the need has grown. You guys can't see this room. David, could you possibly sweep the room? She's got a lot of work here. Have you gotten more volunteers as a result in Quilts of Grace to help? facilitate all of this.
Yes, in fact, when we met last Wednesday, a lady joined our group, and she is a quilter and worked at home. And then when she learned what we were doing, she said, "I think this is a new fit for me."
Yeah, yeah.
So we've already received phone calls from people that are willing to work at home and help there.
Yeah.
And a lot of our quilters that, for example, some come and iron or press, some come and cut squares, and they're willing to assist. One had her granddaughter help, and another one is getting their teen youth group to help. And they're going to cut squares for us and organize kits, as we call them.
That's
and
awesome.
So I think because we were able to reach out and get some publicity with this, we're now able to get more help.
Yes, that's really good. She was telling me about some of the quilters in Quilts of Grace that have some health challenges, and they're like, "We don't care, we're coming."
Right.
And then you were telling me, it's okay. We just first get healthy and then come back, which made me think of our community.
Yes.
our very own Patty, when I'm probably gonna say it wrong. I think it's gallbladder, appendicitis, but she ended up in the hospital, unfortunately, and she cracked me up. She's like, "Send over some quilts, I'll get some binding done," and we're like, "No." So it sounded very, very dedicated, just like our community is to helping. I mean, I have an old saying that I always tell people: your community is only as good as what you put back into it.
That's right. That's
so
exactly
you
right.
have to stand up and provide. So I loved it when you were telling me some of those stories. And then also, so now that you have such a broader scope, I may be asking the obvious, but are you guys still going to be able to focus on your initial goals? Because 1,500 quilts over 4 years is pretty demanding, and then if you add this on top, will you still be able to support your initial goal?
Yes. What we chose to do was to put aside the quilts that they need initially for their monthly quote need.
Good.
And
so that they continue to help.
continue.
Good.
And their numbers obviously will grow, because as you know, when trauma reaches anyone, more trauma starts to surface. And so we anticipate that the CASA numbers will grow. And so therefore we've committed ourselves to dedicating to their need first and then reaching out. But I mean, look at this. We just the blessings blessings are
we have
incredible.
an incredible group of quilters in the Dallas area. We have a gift for you, because one of the things is in these scenarios, and you know, we heard this a lot from our shoppers, you feel utterly helpless. You want so badly to show love and caring, and you don't have any way to channel that out. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So I can tell you on behalf of myself, and I know this from a lot of our team members, and definitely from some of our customers, it was empowering, it was comforting, it was healing for us, even though we're not in the community, to be able to take action. So I wanted to give you, this is from the Urban Schools team. This is specifically for you. Okay? Now, this is from our team as a thank you for giving us something to do, giving us a way to show that we love you all, we care about you, you are in our thoughts, our prayers, everything. And we hope you find comfort.
I was going to say.
We hope you find comfort. And again, thank you so much for reaching out. I know it seems like you're like, but I needed help. But that's the thing. I know I speak on behalf of our community. You reaching out could not have been better for us, because we needed something to hold on to say how we felt about this. And we're really happy you're doing this. I hate that you're in this scenario, but it's nice to know that there's a Quilts of Grace in Uvalde to step up to the challenge and help the community.
Yes, it's just beautiful. Thank you. And you know, I looked at all the quilts and I thought, you know, in the midst of all this, I will admit, I need comfort as well.
Yes, you do.
It's to stay strong and to keep going. Oh, this quilt is just beautiful. Thank you.
So thank you very much.
Oh,
And thank you again to everybody in our community that helped out. I can't thank you enough. We will.
I feel so blessed.
Yeah, thank you.
So
Thank you. You guys, you need it. You need this and much more. Much more. So if you still weren't able to volunteer, we're going to keep the information up on our website. Feel free to reach out to Diana directly. We'll have this video there. And thank you very much. Bye.